Welcome to AutoCAD, Intermediate AutoCAD. This is Dr. Nicole Ellison, and we are doing a video for Project Setup Part 3. And essentially in this video, or the next series of videos, I'm going to walk through how you will set up your drawing so that you can get ready for your first project. So I just opened AutoCAD, and it defaults to right here, you can see these tabs right here. It defaults to drawing 1, and I can have multiple drawings open at the same time. So, for example, if I go here to the start, I can open a new file, open an existing file. I can, if I go to start drawing, I can go to these templates, and I can create a new sheet, or I can use one of these templates here, and I could create a new drawing here. So anytime you start a drawing, it's going to call it drawing 1, drawing 2, drawing 3. So here we are in drawing 1. And what I want to do actually is I want to open the drawing blank template so that I can utilize that. It basically has the units set up. So I can go either to my A key, which hits open, or I can use my key here. You can see also gives me open. So I'm going to open this CIVE 305 drawing template blank, which is available on Canvas. You'll want to download that. So I'm opening that. And so in this drawing, I have, if you go into the setup and options, in here, essentially, I have a dark background set up. I have, under user preferences, I have this in units. I have this set up so that we can start in our architectural engineering unit. Now, I'm going to close this other drawing that I had open, and I can just click it. So here I am. I'm in model space. I want to be in model space. I want to see that I am drawing at 1:1. And then I have a layout tab. This is my paper space. So the first thing I want to do is I am just going to come in here and I'm going to do a save as. And I'm going to save this in the folder that I want it to live in. So under assignments, project setup, and then I am going to start out with my file naming convention. So Ellison, CIVE 305, summer, and this is my project setup. And I'm going to hit save. Now I've left the original file untouched, so if I make any mistakes, I can go back to it. And then this is right here, this is the file that I'm working on to get it set up. So I'm in model space and I'm checking a few things. I check to see the units, and that's correct. I also am checking to see that I'm drawing here at a 1:1 scale, so that's good. And I am in model space. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a title block on in paper space. So when I come to layout, I can see here it's the white background, and it's in, I'm now in paper space. You can see it's changed to paper. I can toggle between paper and model if you just click on that button, but I'm going to start in paper space, and I'm going to insert a title block. And I have created one for you. So if you, so here's our home tab. I'm going to go into insert, and here's insert. And here are the blocks that live within this drawing itself. So I am going to use this title block that I've set up for a letter size paper. There's a couple other title blocks in here, at least one others that's set up for a bigger sheet. See this architectural title block. So I'm going to click on that, and here you can see that it shows up, and I'm going to set that essentially what I'm doing now is I'm just, I have my mouse set up so that when I press the wheel up and back, it zooms in and out. And then I'm just moving my mouse. So I'm going to set this up. So essentially this is my 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and I'm going to click there. Now it's asking me for some attributes that are set up in this. And so it's drawn by me. And here's some notes. I think the second note, the first note I think is the date. So today is the 4th. And we can change this later. I forgot what the second note is. We'll come back and look at that. I think that's just the issue. So we'll just call this assignment 1. And then it's asking me for your sheet number. I'm going to start with, and let me comment, let me go back here. Typically, our caps are always on. So we're not yelling. We just don't want to have to toggle between capital and lowercase. So we're going to do all capitals. And I'm going to say it's, let's just start with sheet 1. And this is going to be setup. And I'm going to hit OK. So what it's done is it's essentially filled in these for me. And I can come change these. So maybe I don't want it to say, maybe I just want it to be issue 1. I can change them just by clicking on them. It will come up, and if I wanted to change the date, I could change the date. If I had a misspelling or something, I could change it. So essentially, when we plot, this is going to be the sheet that plots, and we can insert these blocks into every sheet. I think I'm going to stop there for the part 3 just to keep these short. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to manipulate your viewport. And then we'll start, we'll do a little bit of drawing to get our views set up.